I'm going to be making a bowl-and-arse chili. So, here we go. But feel free, talk about whatever you guys want. Talk about Final Fantasy VII, because I will tune in. This is going to be a very chill episode, so... yeah, so let's make some chili. I'm starting with ground beef izzle. This is how you start chili. Watch this. Here we go. I should probably wash my hands. Alright, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm breaking it up with my hands. Because that's how I roll. You can do whatever you want. As always, you can do whatever the hell you want. Alright. There we go. On the stove on max heat. And I'm going to wash my hands again. Oh, yeah! So what I do to make chili, you know, you can do it whatever way you want. This is a speed run, Clicks Gaming. This is a speed run. This is Resident Chili 1. Arrange mode. So... spices to add to chili. I'll grab them and I'll show you. Oh, wait. I already have them. So here we go. Obviously the main ingredient. Chili powder. I'm going to put a shit ton of chili powder in there. Ground cumin. Another huge one. Red pepper flakes. Oh, yeah. I'm missing a couple. So, also, super spicy spice right here, cayenne. So only add this if you want it to be hot. And also, an even spicier, oh, and I have cinnamon here, which I'm going to add. And an even spicier spice, chipotle powder. Do not put this in unless you want a spicy dish, which I like spicy chili. So, anyway, I'm going to put all this over here. And I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients. Oh! Why can't I hold all these lines? Okay. Oh, by the way, we're going to add heavy salt and pepper to the ground beef, because always heavily salt and pepper, all protein. Good enough. So, next I'm going to add those spicy peppers. Yeah, next I'm going to add some onions. Just going to cut down the center here. I mean, peel back the onion peeling until satisfactory. Go. I'm gonna start crying here. Okay. Cut the when you're making chili, you can cut anything, anyway, all the time. So I'm just gonna cut these rough, because whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'm gonna start crying. Oh no! This gets me the worst out of like anyone I know. Sometimes it's random, but cutting onions makes you cry. That's what happened. Or makes me cry. Oh boy. So before you add any other ingredients, you're going to want to wait till your meat gets browned and all the juices that come out of the meat evaporate. There could be a little bit in the bottom to help saute the rest of the vegetables, but yeah, you're just going to want to wait until that's all done. And it's not right now. The tears. And next I'm going to do some mushrooms. Again, you can cut these however you want. I'm just going to slice mine. There we go. Mushrooms all done. Oh yeah. It's a little poopy from the mushrooms. Get. Oh. So our meat's still not all browned yet. I will show you what it looks like before. I wish I had that third camera. That third camera's in the mail on its way to me. Oh, I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping frames. Classic Twitch. Oh yeah. Yeah, Crowd Angle. It's on its way. What did I miss? No parallel. You can if you want. In the industry, no one brushes mushrooms really unless it's super high class, because brushing mushrooms, like that took me 1 minute. So prepping mushrooms took me like 1 minute, if that. If I were to brush the mushrooms, it would take from, depending on the amount of mushrooms, it would take from 5 minutes to like 20 minutes to an hour because of the thorough brushing. But yeah, you only do that if there's a lot of dirt on them, which there was dirt on like one of them. Yeah, I definitely, I'm probably going to set up like a speedrunning timer with all the different vegetables. Yeah, the brushing takes a long time. And don't get me wrong, Palal. When I was at one restaurant, we brushed our mushrooms. When I was at another, we washed them. When I was at a third one, we didn't do either. So it just depends. It depends on the person. And trust me, there will be no crunch of sand in this. If that was the case, I would have brushed them off, but they weren't that dirty. So this is what we're looking at right now. This is what we got going so far. Yeah, nothing special. It's not done yet. All the meat's got to be browned and broken up. Onions breathe through your mouth. Oh, I know all the tricks to not crying for cutting onions, but yes, you shouldn't wash mushrooms. But then again, like I said, and this goes for everything in the cooking industry, it depends on the person. You look at the internet for anything on cooking, and you will get every answer in the books. Like, people will tell you never wash mushrooms. People will tell you never brush mushrooms. People will tell you always wash mushrooms. People will tell you if you don't leave the dirt on, you lose all the flavor. Like, all of them are up there, so it's a classic culinary industry. No one agrees on anything. And on top of that, you'll never get the crunch from a mushroom, especially in chili, because the manure that's on the mushroom will break down since it's compost, and it'll just break down and be basically non-existent. All the bacteria will be cooked off from the heat, and it'll break down into nothingness, so you won't taste the texture or the flavor, especially in chili. I'm talking mainly about chili. Culinary industry, yeah. This is chili. Yeah. Almost. Okay, so now, look here. See, there's no juices there? That means it's all ready for onions. So I'm just going to take my onion, or I'm going to take my mushrooms. Boom. My mushroom, put my onions in. I would do this differently if I wasn't strapped for time, but this works and it tastes the same. So, and there, back on the heat. Just stir around. There we go. Oh, you get your mushrooms from Poland and Lithuania? Damn. Yeah, another cooking stream. This is sort of a test. You know, I want to do cooking streams when I get, this may sound stupid, but 50 viewers and up, just because it's expensive, and depending on how this week goes, I'm going to make a schedule, so I will do cooking streams 4 times a week. There will be 4 cooking streams this week. The next one's being on either tomorrow, Thursday. Well, we'll see. There will be one on Friday, Saturday, though. Probably Sunday. But yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there will probably be cooking streams. And I'm gonna start doing straw polls. Actually, hey, Crawdingle, are you here? Oh, Zombie Brand. Yeah, my stove cam is on the way. It's in the mail coming. I know this stream is garbage because I don't have the proper setup. I understand, but it is on the way. So once I get that third camera, this will be nice. But I will switch over to the stove once I'm done cutting things. So, anyways, I'll get back to the cutting. So next, I'm gonna add this pepper. I didn't want to put. So the reason I didn't put this in yet is because mushrooms and onions really break down when you cook them on high heat, and they'll shrink up and they'll get nice and loose. And as you can see, my pot's getting pretty full, so I didn't want to add too much and then stir and spill it all over the place. So I'm just waiting. So I'm just gonna cut this. That had so much juice in it, it's insane. I'm just going to slice it. I would normally cut that up, but it's pretty brown. So now I'm going to add these right to the pot. So as you can see, I have all this in there. Just going to stir it up and let it cook out a little longer. Yeah, Dudley in the house. What's that? Pulse? Piegasm. That's awesome. Yeah, I love chunky chili as well. Nice and loose. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I got a third camera on the way. I know, this setup sucks. I know. And I can't wait. All right, see you later, Dudley. Thank you so much for the host. And I can't wait. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna add my spices now. So now I'll bring you guys over to the, if I can. Don't worry, that third camera is on its way. But until then, we have to deal with the shit stream. Alright, so first I'm going to do from most to least. That's how I'm going to add my spices here. And I will have a recipe in the YouTube video. So chili powder. I'm going to add a bunch of this. And ingredient amounts do not matter. I added that much. But trust me, when you're sitting there getting angry like, oh, he didn't show the ingredient amounts. Trust me, it does not matter for chili. It does not matter. You have a lot of chili powder and you're golden. But trust me, do not be afraid to add a bunch of spices to chili. It won't matter. Trust me. There, a bunch of chili powder. Now, next up is cinnamon. Then cumin. gonna give this a stir. Now I'm going to add some 2 last ingredients, chipotle powder and cayenne. These are the spicy ones, so if you don't want it spicy, don't add these, that's for sure. Now that the vegetables are cooked, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the pan. So what I did right there, it's called deglazing the pan. I just add some water to take it, like all the spices and the beef that was stuck to the bottom of the pan, not burnt, but it was just there, cooked onto the pan. You add water, you add any liquid, wine, water, beer, and it loosens up the stuff on the bottom and it just turns into intense flavor. So now I'm going to add the old main ingredient, if I have any. So I'm going to add tomato sauce in the weirdest container I've ever seen. Oh, wolf in the house, oh yeah! The chicken. Alright, so this is just tomato sauce, whatever. You can use anything tomato. I also have fresh tomatoes here I'm going to add at the very end. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm adding the whole thing. And now, every time you do anything from a can or from this, if you want to get all the stuff that's inside, just put in a little bit of water, shake it around. Water is a natural, water is neutral flavor, so when you need to get stuff off the side of a pan or when you need to get stuff inside a liquid container, water will always do the trick. It's a neutral flavor. All it will do will thin out the sauce a little bit, but this won't even do much. So. Alright, so we're just going to bring that to the boil. And, yeah, we're just going to bring that to the boil and then turn it down to a simmer. So, max heat or near max, and then turn it down. Snake, yeah. And then turn it down a little. So the next thing's all canned. I have kidney beans, corn, and black beans. So I'm just going to open up wherever the can opener is. Oh, and I forgot to add one thing, actually. I forgot to add a ton of garlic. So I just have garlic here. And see, like I said with chili, it doesn't matter. I forgot something, so I'll just throw it in now. Because chili, it doesn't matter. Throw everything in whenever you want. It matters a little bit in terms of flavor, but cooking at home, making chili, nothing matters. You just do whatever you want. you can't screw up chili at home, really. If you have chili powder and tomato sauce and ground beef, and even you don't even need ground beef if you're gonna do vegetarian or whatever. Yeah, you can't screw up chili. It's very difficult. But this, in my experience, this is the best way to make chili at home. Or one of the ways. You know, I've made a lot of different kinds of chili before. This is just your most basic. If I was just cooking for comfort food, this is what I would make. So I was kind of... Yeah, I forgot to add this, so I'm just going to put in garlic. Boom. There, I didn't do anything special, I just threw it in. That's it. And like I said, it doesn't matter. You don't need garlic, you don't need onions, you don't need anything. It's free advertising, yeah. So the garlic's in. Now we need our can opener. I'm just going to wipe the table off really quick. Garlic is always nice, yeah. The two main ingredients in North American cooking are garlic and onions. Garlic and onions will literally be in like every single thing you eat at a North American restaurant, from the sauce to the main dish to the vegetables. It's in everything. Onions and garlic, some people live by it. I don't always add onions and garlic to everything. I have a very weird way of cooking. The old restaurant I used to work at, I worked there for 4 years, but one of the years that I was there, we entered every single culinary competition on the entire island. So we were competing against over 100 restaurants, and we came in first in every single competition. Over 80 competitions came in first, except for one, which was the seafood chowder competition, which we came in second. But that being said, the food we made there was really good, and I'm dropping frames. Anyways, when I go there and cook, every time I'm about to do something, they're like, "What are you doing?" And they think it's weird. Like, they think everything I do is weird. And then when it finally finishes, they're like, "Oh, holy shit, never mind. Keep doing what you're doing." But see, everyone does everything different. No one does anything wrong. And it's just a parallel. At the moment, my resume can get me a job at anywhere in the entire world. But like you all know, I'm not going for a cooking career. I'm going for Twitch and also, well, not as a career, but Twitch and the cooking show. I'd much rather do this than cook in a restaurant any day. But I do have a stacked resume, that's for sure. So I'm just going to open up these cans here. And I just have a strainer. So I'm going to put all these in the strainer and put it in my sink. Just right over here. And I'm just going to rinse everything off. So, yeah. So you always give your canned stuff a rinse because... Yeah, let's go get those frames back. Yeah, because Stupid E3 is about to go on, so I'm dropping frames like mad. Well, 3.8 frames percent of frames, which is bad, but accidental host from E3. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. So everything's in now. Just waiting on. So I'm gonna do one last thing, and then we're gonna keep the camera on the stove. So let's. So I'm gonna do one last thing, and that is. Tomato. Just taking the stickers off because no one wants to eat stickers, I don't think. Alright, throw these away. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the tops off like this. Cut the top off. I'm going to do this. Oh, yeah. Oops. So I just have tomatoes here. I'm going to save one of these for if I want to make a sandwich or something later on in life. So I'm just going to save this. So I have thyme here, the herb. I just seen it sitting in my fridge. This is thyme. It's good. Anything that has beef. Actually, most things in North American cooking have thyme in them. Thyme is really good. Smells really good. It's goodness. So I'm just going to put some in. Now, depending on the thyme you get, I'll explain in a second. Oh, whoops. So, depending on the thyme you get, it'll be soft or hard stemmed. This has soft stems, like you can pick them off easy. but the bottom is very hard. So what I'm going to do, normally you pick each separate stem. So I'd take this one piece and I'd start picking off the leaves. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed run this. Yeah. Well, if I'm going to be adding splits soon to this, for sure. So I'm just going to cut off the hard part at the bottom. And I'm not saying the hard part isn't always there, but anyways. Yeah, we'll scrap that stuff. So I'm just going to add this right to the thing. Hey, PN on time. Time Splitters 3. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I'm going to have a camera below this one. That's going to be my pot. And I think I might underneath have splits. I think it'd be funny for like certain things that I'm going to try and be fast on. Things that I always cook, like let's say steak, potatoes, and vegetables. Like, let's see, get a timer going, see how fast I can do it. But with cooking, there's sort of once you get a certain PB, you're not getting any higher, or you're going to have everything underdone or whatever. And the beauty of this is, like, let's say I did steak, potatoes, and vegetables. I'd put the potatoes on first, and then I'd have all this free time to do everything else. So it's like, some things I can't have splits for, but I'd like to. Hello, that tiger. I thought tiger. Oh yeah, so crowd angle, if you want to do something really quick for me. No accidents. You know what? I've never ever cut myself. I always cut myself on like a cheese grater and random shit, but I've never cut myself with my knife. But it'll happen someday. Never enough time. Yeah. So I think we're done with all the cutting. I'll be right back really quick, guys. I just gotta check my herb garden. There might be a bunch of herbs out there that I need to use. So I'll be right back. Oh. Oh, never mind. No, we're good. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this over the chili now. And yes, my third camera is on its way. So don't worry. Is he vegan? Vegan chili? No, I'm not vegan. So now we're gonna add our beans and corn. How would you guys feel? Yeah, third camera is gonna be hefty, but I might not have them all. It's bubbling. So I'm just gonna turn this down to low heat now, so it brings to a simmer. Normally I'd let this simmer for like an hour or more, but since, yeah, self-explanatory, I'm going to not simmer it for as long. Scrape the sides, yeah. Like I said, guys, with this cooking show, I don't do everything restaurant style. This is to make it easy for you guys, you know, where you don't need any ingredients. I mean, you don't need any recipe. You don't need anything. You just put stuff in and you go. And I'm not trying to be super professional here. I'm just trying to show simple ways to cook home meals. Because ever since I started streaming, the biggest question, like a year ago when I started streaming, the biggest question by everyone knew was like, when are you going to teach us how to cook? And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. And people requested just simple cooking videos. So I did some videos. They were far from simple. They're frigged. They're on my YouTube. And some of you have probably seen them. But yeah, now I'm doing this. And like chili's one really good thing for anyone in college or anyone in university or anyone that's strapped for time. You make this, a big thing of chili. You can put that in your freezer for up to a year or more. And yeah, chili is awesome because you can just, I might even freeze this whole thing, and then anytime like, shit, I got to stream and I woke up late and I don't have enough time to make food. It's like, I just go in my freezer, I pull out some chili, I put it in a bowl, and I either heat it on the pot or in a microwave, whatever. And you're done. You have food whenever you want. Hey, Kazifer, how you doing? Yeah, Wolf, it's awesome. I feel like mine and your streams are so similar because, like, we have a library of games we can speedrun, which it doesn't restrict us to just Resident Evil. And then with the creative as well. It's cool. It's awesome. I'm getting chirped outside. Jeez. But yeah, this is fun stuff. So what does everyone think in chat right now? Do you guys want me to do a cooking stream again at this time tomorrow? And Crawdingle, are you here still or no? Hey, did you want to open up a... Yeah, Final Fantasy 7. I'm going to play a shit ton of Final Fantasy 7 remake. And it's a remake, not just HD. Would you be able to open up a straw poll and see, just say, cooking stream times, and from 12 to like 5 p.m. Eastern, and see what the... Yeah, Zora, I love doing them too. It's just start a revolution. I want to do that, Scottum, but like last week I didn't get to do any cooking streams because of the charity survival horror charity marathon was going on, so I knew I wouldn't get many viewers. Now this week E3, thankfully I streamed before E3. E3's literally just started a bit ago, but I wanted to get this done before E3 started. But yeah, I just want to see what times are best for everyone because I can do these cooking shows I can do them every day and any time of day, but I just need to know what's best for everyone. Like I don't want to do these cooking streams if so many people are going to miss them. Yeah, get that straw poll out there. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to put a piece of lemon in here. So I have a lemon here. I'm just going to slice off one piece of this lemon and let it simmer in there. I wouldn't put more than like a small slice because the bitterness from the white in the lemon can change the flavor. But I'm adding just enough that it'll add some nice acidity. You need acidity in a lot of things, like everything you cook. You do it at your tattoo shop every day? Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get that third camera. It'd be nice. And you know what? If I need to upgrade this laptop, fudge it. I'm gonna have to. But yeah, Yeah, it's 12 p.m. right now. I did it at 11 because E3 started at 12 and I didn't want to, compete with E3 starting. Anyways, so I'm just going to cut a piece of this lemon off. I'm just going to shove it right in. There we go. I just have a piece of lemon. Boom. Boom. Just got to put it in there. And I'm going to take it out before I'm done. Oh, yeah. I heard about Shenmue 3 and it looks awesome. EST. Sorry. Did I say AST? Yeah. Cheezers. I can't wait for Shenmue. And also, I am gonna binge Shenmue. There's a lot of games I'm waiting until if and or when I get a partnership. And then once I have that, I'm gonna be playing quite a few new games. I'm still gonna speedrun a lot, but yeah, there's a lot of games I want to replay, and there's a lot of games I want to play in general. But I just don't want to do that right now because speedrunning is a lot of fun, and I still want to get a lot of records if I can. And speedrunning brings in the viewers, so I got to keep the viewers high if I want a partnership. Yeah, RE0 Remaster is going to be awesome. No question if, yeah. When I get a sub button, I guess. It's going to be awesome, though. But, okay, so I'm going to turn my broiler on. Broiler on my oven, it just means that the top heat element is going to turn on. But yeah, here we go. I'm just going to grate some cheese. I have some orange cheese over here. Just going to grate it. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use the broiler. I'm just going to put cheese on top and that'll be that. I always cut myself grating cheese. Hey, Level Best, what's going on? How you doing? All right, so normally I'd let this simmer for like an hour, but we're strapped for time. I'm almost running on an hour stream, which is good. So I am off this weekend from work, so you'll be seeing me stream a lot. But I'm every day until E3 is over, I'm going to stream after E3, as in like once E3 ends for the day, then I'll stream. But I think it's over on Wednesday. I'm not sure. So once Thursday starts, I'll be streaming like 8 hours plus a day. And I'm going to be doing cooking streams a lot this week and for the rest of time. All right, so now I'm just going to take this lemon out of here. It probably did nothing, but whatever. Yeah, check that straw poll, guys. Let me check it myself. Let's see what time people are looking at. This will probably slow down my computer so much. Results. $12. Holy shit. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Well, and we'll keep that going. I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do those every cooking stream this week. I'm gonna be doing those. Slam that mosquito before he could slam me. Hey. All right, so here we go. I'm going to add my fresh tomatoes. Now, since I'm about to serve this up, I want them nice and chunky. I'm just gonna throw in some dried herbs. This is cilantro. I'd rather use parsley. I'd rather use like anything, but I'll use this. Just for some color. And I'm just gonna do one last thing. None of this matters, I'm just doing it for fun. And I'm gonna add one little dash of Worcester sauce and a little dash of maple syrup. Just for fun. So let's serve this up. Yeah, level I can. So cilantro works best in. I find cilantro works best in things with acidity, like some good flavor combinations are cilantro and lime. Cilantro and lemon works really well. Cilantro also works well in like salsas. It works well in raw wet mixes like salsa, salad dressings as well. Anything with any acidity. So like salad dressing will have acidity, salsa will have acidity. Chili's fine. Cream sauces it's good in. It depends what you pair it with. Oregano is really good with tomato sauces and other things, but tomato is really good with, and parsley is literally good in everything. Gotta be a Canuck, yeah. Maple syrup. I'm serious, guys. I told you I always add maple syrup to like everything. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna plate this up. So.